Oh, the look on Luke Gazdick's face as he is forced to commentate on this game. It's the same guys, man. What is with this? The scriptwriters of the NHL playoffs are coming at it with the most repetitive, over-the-top, time in, time out goal-scoring results that we could have imagined. Because the Florida Panthers have just defeated the Oilers in game number 2 of the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals. You know, they say it's not a series until the home team loses, and that's exactly what we have today. 1-1 heading into Florida for games number 3 and 4. But this game that was for the Florida Panthers was one that they kinda needed. Not just because, of course, it's not ideal to be down 2-0 in a Stanley Cup Final series, but because the way in which the Florida Panthers almost choked away this lead, it would have been quite haunting to see them lose again after having a lead like they did in game number 1. This game, though, hey, we said it's getting repetitive. Yeah, it's getting really repetitive. Why is it that Sam Bennett and Brad Marchand are the only two guys that seem to be getting consistent goal support on this team? Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh. They are in the finals after all. But Brad Marchand, sure, he may not have the most goals this playoff run, but he is making them count with the most important tallies coming off against teams like Toronto and the Edmonton Oilers. Marchand just seems to have fun terrorizing Canadian hockey teams, and from his days in 2011 against the Vancouver Canucks to what he had done against Toronto multiple years after with the Boston Bruins, and then against the Oilers here tonight, this guy, with his multiple goals in game number 2, he just loves being the boogeyman for all of Canada. How crazy is that? Double overtime is the final result here. 5-4 Florida Panthers victory over the Edmonton Oilers. Things got off to a quick, hot start with Sam Bennett getting a goal 2 minutes into the entire frame. It's a power play marker for the Florida Panthers and a really nice, nifty passing play as the Cats retain the zone. It's played across down low. Bennett goes to the point, Schmidt right back out in front, and it's a power play goal for Sam Bennett. Evander Kane then tied things up just 5 minutes later. Yeah, that's right, we are seeing a bunch of goals going in past Stu Skinner and Sergei Bobrovsky just a few minutes into the contest. But the Panthers fail to break the puck out and into the Oilers zone, which results in a turnover. Evander Kane walks in and rips it by. Top glove over Sergei, making it 1-1. Just 2 minutes later, you had Evan Bouchard capitalizing on some more Oilers pressure. McDavid drops it back. Bouchard takes the shot. It's blocked by Barkov. Rebound, and Bouch is right there to take another swing at it, and it gets by Sergei Bobrovsky. Just 2 minutes later, though, Seth Jones ends up finding the back of the net. Yeah, that's right. We are seeing goal after goal after goal in this first period. Schmidt goes across over to Luosterainen, who then goes back cross-crease to Jones, open net, 2-2 game. But then 1 minute after that, Leon Draisaitl makes it 3-2 Edmonton. What a crazy first period, man. 5 goals scored in the first 12 minutes of game time between the Oilers and the Panthers in the Cup Final. Connor McDavid goes totally sicko mode on this Draisaitl marker. He receives the pass and then just decides to make a fool out of 2 Florida Panthers penalty killers. Then he throws it backdoor. Draisaitl takes the shot and then he puts it in by. It is a 3-2 Edmonton Oilers lead in the first period. Second period comes, though, and this is where the Panthers start to come alive. It's Dmitry Kulikov who ties things up. He just drags it and shoots it. He's at the point. He takes a long shot, big screen, and it ends up beating Stu Skinner. Nobody really saw how it went in, but it did go in, and Kulikov gets things tied up, ready to go. But 4 minutes later, on the power play, the Edmonton Oilers end up fumbling a break into the Panthers zone. The puck gets chopped out at the blue line, it's loose, and then it gets tossed up for Brad Marchand, who comes in all alone by himself on Stuart Skinner and then goes 5-hole. Just a nasty goal to give the Panthers the lead. Brad Marchand continues to terrorize Canada, making it 4-3 Florida for the second period. Now, the third period comes and goes, and there is not a goal scored until the final 18 seconds. Corey Perry ties the game 4-4 with 18 seconds to go, capitalizing on a Jake Wallman shot and a rebound. This was an exciting goal for all of Canada because I know Canadiens fans, Montreal Canadiens fans, who happened to be staying up late to watch this game, y'all cheered when Corey Perry ended up getting that marker by Bobrovsky. It's hard not to cheer for Corey Perry if you're a fan of the Montreal Canadiens, I'm not going to lie. But from Marchand to Perry, all of these older, experienced veterans getting up on the board, it provides some incredible entertainment as the Oilers tie things up and send the game to overtime. Now, as we had said, the Panthers, they blew a 3-1 lead in Game 1. They had a 4-3 lead here in this game, so obviously you don't want to see them blow multiple leads in a row. At the end of the day, though, they don't have to worry about it because in the second overtime frame, after all of the shots we saw in overtime 1, Edmonton laying all the opportunities on Bobrovsky, all the saves are being made. It is Brad Marchand, one more time, who gets the overtime winner on yet another breakaway goal. This happened to be yet another one of these moments where the Oilers are breaking in, a shot is made, it misses the net, and the rebound pops out onto the boards for Lundell. He tosses it into the middle. Marchand comes in on Skinner, and he's able to squeak it 5-hole. It goes right in, trickles by, and wins Florida the game. You know, a part of me feels like if Leon Draisaitl didn't just lift Marchand's stick and disrupt the timing of the shot in the tiny way that it did, I think Skinner might have actually been able to have stopped that puck. But Draisaitl kind of taps Marchand a little bit, it disrupts the flow of the play, Skinner gets frozen for a split second, and it's enough for Brad to just lightly tap the puck by in the 5-hole and allow it to squeak over the line. Marchand with 2 goals in this hockey game. Anton Lundell assisting on both of the Marchand breakaways. Not to mention Nate Schmidt getting 2 assists in the first period. Seth Jones, a goal and an assist. Corey Perry, yet another clutch goal. And Connor McDavid, who had 3 assists in this one. Ultimately, it's for naught, as both of these goaltender save percentages take another nosedive with a 5-4 overtime victory for the Florida Panthers in this Stanley Cup Finals series. You never like to see games where you're letting in 4 or 5 goals against, but in the context like this, yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid it, isn't it? With that in mind, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this game number 2, how Brad Marchand is the Canadian nightmare. Vancouver, Toronto, Edmonton, Marchand haunts them all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this Stanley Cup Finals game. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.